Hello, lovers, and welcome back to another episode of Whiskey, Wine, Weed, and Witches. I am a sunflower that is sunshine, and we are your witches. How has your week been, sunshine?
Um, it's like we said the last episode, life been life and
Mm-hmm.
this week alone, I feel like it was a short week for me because of the holiday.
Right.
Um, but back to the day-to-day grind next day. So
Yeah.
I think I always get those new week anxieties.
Yeah, like
Um, yeah, I
it's
don't it's like I don't want to do my day-to-day,
right.
but then I have to pay these good bills.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then I
yeah.
also have an event on Saturday, so
Ooh.
that's added,
Jitters full at it,
because I need to get all the things ready
right.
and yeah.
Everything
So,
needs to be prepared.
yeah.
I get it. I get it. It can get I don't want to say anxiety ridden because it's not like anxiety as much as it is
Right.
like you're really there's an excitement about it, but there's also like I need to get it done. This is gonna be
Yeah.
this. Let me make
Yeah.
sure. It's it's a lot. It's a
Mhm.
lot, especially on top of your everyday to day thing. Sunshine is still working at 9 to 5 in that corporate world, y'all. She be out here in these corporate streets. She is indeed a corporate
15
baddie.
years strong.
Okay,
15 years strong.
15 years strong.
But
Okay,
I mean, if y'all start listening to these podcasts and buying these things, I could retire. Like,
I mean,
if y'all just
look,
start listening to these podcasts and buying all the things, I could throw in my hat. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
I ain't trying to get no mansion or nothing. I just want to live comfortably
just
and
comfortably.
I, just want to get out the corporate world. But until y'all start listening and buying, that's just what I'm in. This is what it is.
We are manifesting as much as Sunshine loves being a corporate baddie. We're
I
manifesting her way
do.
out of that.
I do. I do love being a corporate baddie. I'm not going to even hold you. I do love it.
It'd be fun, It
It's fun.
has its perks, but
It does. It
we're
has its perks. It definitely
definitely
does.
we working our way for her to work her way out of that because
Yeah.
there are days that she'd be like, I just don't want to go in there. I just don't want to go see none of them. Like I don't, and
And I will say, out of my 15 years, the last couple of years, I have really tapped into mental health days. So
Mhm.
if you are in the corporate world, even if you're not and you just work in a regular, whatever your 9 to 5 is, whether it's entrepreneurial, corporate America, whatever it is, take your mental health days because
Yes,
listen,
it's important.
very important.
It is so important, y'all. It's
Hmm.
so important, y'all. You
Yes.
will go off on people you should not go off on if you
That
do not take your
and
mental health days, okay?
that and you will also because this is what I did to myself. I totally ignored my body
Mhm.
and I'm just now trying to get my body back right. So,
Exactly. A
yeah.
body not at ease is a body at disease, and a diseased body becomes a diseased body. So you really
Hmm.
gotta take heed. You gotta take heed. Another
But
little update.
how was your work? I mean, how was your week?
My week was reflective. It's
Okay.
been very. I feel like there's been a lot of things that's been showing me about the things and people around me. Which brings me to our next update. I wanted to put in here, which is why we didn't go to our class reunion. I remembered I was looking at some photos earlier and I was like, oh
I'm so mad this is a
yeah,
topic.
Sunshine and I.
So mad this is a topic.
Sunshine and I talked about our past few months that we've been away. And we were like, we didn't really have nothing in October, and we didn't, but we kind of did. We kind of did. Like, we had our 20-year high school reunion that happened, and I am on the reunion committee. with one of my best friends, and who is the head of the committee, and we were putting together something pretty nice, and some people got involved, and I decided to bow out gracefully because there was a lot of hectic things going on. There were a lot of kings who wanted to rule. And I am not one to fight anybody's wars, okay? And with the things that I have been learning, and I told you guys that that month I had been doing, I was in school for Reiki 3, I was in school for regression, and I was just like, look, one thing I am learning is not to fight a battle that is not mine. So I kind of conceded and let everybody else, plan it and do what they needed to do. And consequently, I ended up having a family member's baby shower the same exact day, up north. So I couldn't even really attend what I would want to, like I wanted to anyway. So I was like, the perfect thing is just to let them have it and let it be that. When I left, some things had come across my messages. And I was just like, well, if you listen to your gut, spirit is going to guide you in the right direction that you need to go to avoid any headaches for you or anyone else. And so that is what I'll say about that. And I ended up going. Because I ended up going, I knew Sunshine wasn't going to end up going. I knew there was a couple people that wouldn't end up going, and I at first kind of felt guilty about it, and I was like, that ain't my fault. That these people that were taking over didn't make everyone feel as comfortable as apparently I have made others feel. I tend to feel guilty about the way that my energy shifts people versus other people's energy. I want them to have the same effect, but they don't, and that is not my fault, and I've learned that. But yeah, I had to bow out gracefully, and Sunshine and I ended up not being able to make it. But I did, hear some reports back that were very interesting. And I am glad that everyone who attended had a great time. It seems like everyone had a wonderful time who was there. And I would look forward to seeing everybody at the 25-year reunion if you attend. I will be spearheading that as well. I have learned a lot in the last for a couple of reunions. I did the 10-year reunion, and then we did the 20-year. I learned a lot in those two instances, and now that we're older, I have definitely learned to take it in a different direction next time. So yeah, that was that. But then we did have that coming up. So, in between that time, so I wanted to add in there that we had that celebration. We did both like celebrate and kind of like do a little cheers, like, hey, we made it 20 years later and we are still here and still friends, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. Not everybody who we were
That's a big
friends with
thing.
back then, we are
That's a
friends
big
with
thing.
now.
That
You
is
only
a
knew.
very big thing.
That is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think yeah, Sunflower is definitely my closest friend from high school that I'm still friends with from high school. I do have a
Mhm.
couple other girlfriends that I'm still in touch with and I'm still cool with or whatever. But as far
Mhm.
as and let me when I say that, I mean we our friendships that I with the other girlfriends I do have from high school, we developed our friendships after high school. Like
Right,
we
right,
was
right. I do want
cool,
to say that, like
right?
the
We were
friendships that
cool
we
in high
have from people
school,
from school,
but we like our
we were
bond and
not that in
closeness,
school.
yeah, the bond and closeness happened after
Right,
high school. Me and Sunflower
right.
have been down since 10th grade.
Since, right.
So yeah, but yeah, I didn't like she said, I didn't go because she wasn't going. I mean, it is what it is. It was what it
It is
was.
what it
Um, from what I
is.
saw, a lot of people had a great time. A couple people, it was only like I can count on one hand how many people I wish I would have went to go see.
Right, right, right.
But other than that, I see everybody else on Facebook or Instagram, so I really,
It was like, okay.
Eh,
It
eh.
was like, hey, I'm glad
Um,
y'all had a great time.
right.
I'm glad y'all had a great time.
But she's, of course, you know how Sunflower is. She always trying to talk me into some shit. So she's probably gonna recruit me eventually for this 25 shit, and
Yes,
we'll
yes,
see
yes,
what
yes.
happened at 25. In 25,
Yes, 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 yes,
so we got 5 more
yes.
years, so we'll
We got
see.
5 more years. So it should be a good time. But I mean, yeah, yeah, it was cool. I kind of wanted to, put that in there because that definitely was an accomplishment that we had while we were
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
It's something to be proud of. So we are going to do things a little different today. Spirit has been like, hey, you guys, we should switch it up. And they're tired of not getting their whiskey till the end of the episode, okay? They said whiskey is the first word of your freaking show, and you got us at the last. I don't understand.
valid point. That's very valid.
You
We
know,
should have been started with the whiskey, but hey, it's a new year, new format.
no season.
Get with it.
And I hear you see them itching. I hear it. I hear it. The ears itching. I hear y'all. I hear it. So with that said, we are gonna do our spilling episode now. Our spilling segment next. They want a whole episode, y'all, is what it is. They want us to do a spilling episode. Sunshine and I. We've been going back and forth on whether we should do that or not, y'all. That takes a lot out of us to do a whole spilling episode. Also, I know y'all like those, though. I know y'all like those. We did get really good ratings on that last one that we did. So we will consider it
Yeah,
for next
it's
month.
just yeah. It's
It's
like she
just
said.
so, it feels
It
so
took a
messy,
lot.
y'all. We feel so
It's
messy.
messy. It took a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
It did bring up
Wow.
a lot of, I don't want to say like a debate between Sunflower and I, because it's 98.6% of the time we are on the same page, and then there's
Right,
that
right.
other 1 point blah 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 left over. And then so it did bring, the little
It brought a lot up.
it
Right.
brought
It
a
brought a
little
lot up.
but it was just, when I tell you we were so drained.
Y'all. I don't think we did an episode after that just because we was tired from the episode before. So
But it also should tell y'all that we are not messy people. That's what
not
we are
messy.
not messy.
Because it took a
So,
lot of us to get there. It was like, whoa, okay.
and was tired, not
Tired,
tired,
child.
tired.
Tired, child. So let us know. We'll do a little poll, maybe online, maybe on the socials or something, to see if you guys want that again.
Yeah. Even if just because our spilling segments are about what's going on in the celebrity world or whatever.
Right.
But like, you can send us stuff that you might want us to cover. Even if you have a question that you want us to spill some whiskey on in our personal
Yeah.
lives, by all means, drop that in the comments or email us a question. Or not. No, I'm just playing. But I
Yeah,
just want
we're
y'all to
definitely
feel
up
that
for it.
we're including you guys
Yeah.
in our show. So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Leave something in the comments. Send us stories and reels and stuff on our Instagram. We are more than welcome to all of the feedback and all the input that you guys have. We are definitely, definitely reading everything and looking at everything and listening to everything. Trust me. Y'all
yeah,
might think I'm just talking. I do hear people.
yeah, she
They do
does.
be hitting me up. And I'd be
Mm-hmm.
like, you was watching?
Yeah,
Okay. You was listening? You
yeah,
have
yeah,
feedback. Thank
yeah.
you for that. So we are definitely listening, and that's why we are even doing what we're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, let's do the whiskey. Y'all know. Yeah.
And she finna.
The other day I almost.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna take my time. We
And
are
for the
using
record, it is still dry January for sunshine over here.
still
Just want to
John
put that
Jr.
out
for
there.
sunshine, okay?
Still
Let up on
dry.
my girl. Not too much on my girl, okay? She over there doing dry January. Meanwhile, they over here trying to get me look it up, okay? So we have our whiskey here. This is for our ancestors, for them to come through and give us guidance as we spill the whiskey. They are very much trying to let us know that when we do spill this whiskey, it will line into our topic. So definitely take heed to that and understand that we are coming from a healing place and not a judging place. Okay? Alrighty. Whew. Y'all know that maker's speed.
Okay, a little bit better today. You got it. You got
Her.
it. You didn't fall out this time.
You know what? I used to really do the little skirt, the peanut butter skirt. I used to really do it really well. And now it's made me like a little nauseous. I think I was like a little nauseous yesterday from it. So
You might have to.
switch it. So I switched it up today and did a
Okay.
little makers. The makers went down a little smoother. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it was the sweetness, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not
Sometimes we
sure.
get because like I know you like the peanut butter one anyway, so you kind of
Hmm.
probably just overly indulged in it too much.
That's what I'm thinking.
Probably needs to take a little break.
My system was like, and we're done. It was like, oh, okay, all right.
That's how I used to feel about the what was it, the cake shot, chocolate cake shots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that last
You
one, I
can't
said,
even
oh
say that to me
no.
anymore. And it's like I'm a pre vomit.
Yeah.
If you say like,
Like
oh,
even the
especially
thought
like
right now was making me like
vodka.
ugh,
Guys,
mm-mm.
guys, we can't do it, guys. Although honestly, it's so funny because we really were vodka girls when we were we were like first drinking. It was like yes, Poda Cosmos, like
Nah, I'm good, bro.
we are
I'm
not
good,
them girls
bro.
anymore. That's
I'll
not
just
that's
stick
not
with my
it.
tequila.
Kill you, and that's which is also hilarious, y'all, because we really both do love tequila. Like we could do it. We could do a margarita, and most people like be like tequila, and like, oh my god, y'all drink tequila. I'm like, really? No, I don't, I don't feel that way about the tequila. It's kind of crazy. That's just who we are.
Right.
Okay, so we are gonna go to one story and one story only. This is all we want to talk
Yeah.
about right now. Okay, y'all. Spilling the tea on Method Man as his daughter. Apparently, Method Man hits his daughter's ex. They got into an altercation. Look,
Uh, who daddy wouldn't? Who daddy wouldn't?
I like the way a friend of mine online put it. She said, I just don't really understand or respect the way that man got into it with Method Man's fists. That was ridiculous. His face needs to be more protected. His face needs to respect that man's fist a lot more. And I just, that's a great way to put it. Because you know damn well, whatever you did, you likely deserved it for that man to come and whoop your ass. Like,
So, because I'm reading.
because he could have just walked on. He could have just been like, let me just, that's not my, there's a lot of, fathers who would have been like, it's not my business. That's my daughter. I'm going to let her be grown. I'm going to let, grown people. No, sometimes you need the community to be like, no, baby, that was wrong. That was foul. And if I see him, it's on site. I don't give a fuck how famous I am
Or how much time has went by.
or how much
Um,
time has gone by. It don't matter.
because it says the alleged victim reported experiencing facial pain. Sorry, y'all. I don't have my phone on mute, but I don't.
I did too. I just had to put my phone
Okay, my bad.
on do not disturb.
Um,
I said, wait a minute.
yes, sources indicate that the incident. No, sorry, wrong spot. Okay, a complaint was filed with the NYPD, but Smith being meth man,
Right.
has not been arrested. The alleged victim reported experiencing facial pain and dizziness, but declined medical attention at the scene. Right. Okay.
At the end of the day, I also will add that this man is from Staten Island. Okay? At the end of the day,
Uh huh.
Staten Island is in him. Okay? He
And
is
it
from
happened at the
there and there in
gym.
him.
It happened at the gym.
And it happened at the gym, the place where he was fresh off them weights. Okay? I just lifted 150, 250. I'm about to lift you up too. What's up? I feel like it was right. I feel like it was justified. I know there are a lot of people who are upset and saying, violence is not the answer, and he's famous and he should be more cautious and all
So
this.
I just saw the article you were talking about. It says the story did not include details on the state of Method's fist or any other
Uh-huh.
precious part of him.
Or any other precious
No,
part of that man.
no arrests were made. I would like to offer sincere prayers of healing for Method's hands and his
Mm-hmm.
heart
In his
and his
heart.
mental health during this difficult time.
Okay, because his fists did not deserve that. His fists were like, look, I did not mean to run into your face. What is your face running into me like this?
But again, if he didn't do nothing nothing that a normal father would have done.
Well, this goes back, in my opinion, to, and this might be a touchy subject, but this goes back to when Will slapped Chris because of Jada. It goes back to that. And everybody is like, how do you get there? Because I feel like someone I love was disrespected. I knew she wasn't going to handle it the way I handle it, but let me tell you, I'm going to let this nigga know. Don't try it again. And that's a rhetoric that was set back, what was that, 2020? 2021? 2022? Whatever. I mean, it's been set. And ain't he a Smith? I'm just,
Oh, I see what you did there.
I want people to go and watch the show Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The show, not the movie, the show. And they tell you something about Smiths, okay? It's very intelligent. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there. It's high intelligence about them Smiths. I'm playing. That's all I'm saying.
And on that note, guys, we're going to go to the commercial.
Okay, so our next segment up is going to be sipping and dipping. Y'all know we love to sip and dip a little something. Sunshine, what is on your playlist this week?
So it is a song that I believe just came out. I'm not really familiar with the artist, but it sounded really good.
Mm,
His name is Teddy Swims.
I love Teddy Swims.
Yeah, I don't know where I've been, but
I want to say he came from one of those like The Voice or American Idol or something like that. And I remember people just sending me his stuff through like Instagram because he didn't win the show, but he was on the show. And I was
mhm,
like, oh, this little white boy got a voice, okay?
girl. I said,
And then all of a sudden he
who
was
is Teddy?
everywhere. And I said, oh, well, I am so glad that,
Yeah,
people are
I'm
getting to enjoy his talent because he really is talented.
right. I said, who this man?
Who is this man?
But he
Papa,
just
who this man?
came out with a song with is it Giovanni? Is that his name?
Giveon.
Him. And it's called Are You Even Real?
Oh, are you even real? Oh boy, that sounds
And
like
when I
something I need to
say
hear immediately after this.
this just came out on the 24th of this month.
Come on, brand new music, new music, new music.
Yes,
I
brand new
love it.
music. So I'm Gonna just read the first couple verses.
Okay.
It says, "Are you even real, or did I make you up?
Oh,
How could someone like you want to give me love? Don't
wow.
think I deserve you, but I can't get enough. You're so beautiful, spiritual, and more like a miracle. Part of me is scared that you might be invisible. Too good to be
Wow.
true. Tell me, are you? Are you?
Are you?
Are you? Made up in my head, or are you
Hey,
in my bedroom?"
I love
Questions that
it.
I asked ever since I met you.
Oh,
And that's
he's
how I'm
so
gonna just
sweet, and
leave
I
that
love you
there.
so much that I don't even think you're real. How amazing!
Yes.
That's talking about faded love. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
so Teddy over here
Teddy over here got people,
got me in a little chokehold right now.
Hey Teddy, what's up?
But yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm sipping and dipping to
That's what
right
she said
now.
when I never
Just
said this week.
getting to know Mr. Teddy Swims.
Okay, I love it. I love being in the lovey-dovey mood. I mean, we are
It's almost
approaching
that
love
season.
season. I
It's
mean,
almost that season.
exactly. We are approaching that season for sure.
What you got?
Next,
Who you bumping?
next, I am bumping The Weekend. I mean, who's surprised, guys? Who's surprised for real? Who's
None of us
surprised? Okay.
are. We knew.
He has his album Hurry Up Tomorrow coming out in May. He has been slowly dripping out his singles. He's been very open about how he's just been nervous about coming out again and going on tour in the US after, what happened to him here in LA last time he toured. I
When
wasn't
his
at
voice
that
went out?
show.
Was that his voice? His voice went out?
Yeah, that was the show
Okay.
after the show that I went to, which was Crowd and Crazy. Um, I have some ideas about that, but I'm going to talk about it now. But his latest single, well, it's not his latest single, but one of his latest singles, Timeless, featuring Playboy Cardi. I talked about it last episode. It was featured on the Louis Vuitton men's show. Pharrell
Mm-hmm.
played it. And honestly, I've been kind of bumping it before that, but since that show, it's been like really heavy in my head and in rotation as he does his rollout. Um, it has a very melodic sound to it, and it really is very. It sounds like he said, it sounds timeless, and he's kind of like reminding you how timeless he is and how timeless his music is and kind of pumping himself up and trying to get in his ego into the place it needs to be to do this rollout. So I really support him and support that feel because as most of us who are fans of him know, this is his last album. This is it. This is the last one that he is going to give us as the weekend. I believe that he might come out with some singles, maybe some features or whatever. But I mean, this is the last album. It's the weekend. This is kind of sad. Oh, we're getting the end of an era. But at the same time, he needs to grow, he needs to evolve, and he is able to sway, and he is about to roll out as that. He has a film coming out with the rollout of this album, so it's going to be a whole epic time. I truly look forward to that tour, and as I was in the stadium for that last tour, I will be in the stadium for this tour. Okay, guys, I will be there with my t-shirt on and a hoodie and having a fabulous time. So this is a timeless. Playboy Cardi. Y'all that know Playboy Cardi know that man been through a lot. Okay, so I love that he is trying to kind of turn it around with this too. He's trying to kind of come back to himself. So definitely take a listen to that. Again, we will try and answer these songs, but again, we do not know the reality of that given the platforms that we must post on. So if you don't, we will definitely have a link to our playlist that is on Spotify. We do have a playlist on Spotify. We do add every song from seasons 1, 2, and 3 on this playlist. I thought about doing 3 different playlists, but that's too much damn work, y'all. I'm not about to do that for what? Y'all not about to do that. So we have every song from all 3 seasons on this playlist, and it will be in the description below. Whew, okay, well, let's go to our next segment. And that is
What we watching?
what we watching. Sunshine, please talk about what you watching first so I can take a water break. Thank you.
Okay. So I don't think I talked about this show before, but maybe if I have, oh well. I'm still watching it. So I am intrigued. Like I pray they keep bringing these seasons back because this show is just so good for me to me.
Right.
But it's called Found.
Oh yeah, you did say that. You did talk about that before.
Okay, yeah. So, well, still watching it because it's a new season, and I'm no, well, not a
New
new season.
season, new
It's not.
things.
Is it a new season or they just came back? I think they took the winter break or something. They came back. It's still the same
Oh, okay.
season,
They
but
probably did that. They do that
yeah,
sometimes. Yeah.
but yeah. So new episodes rather,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just recap. It's a drama series. It comes on NBC. Comes on Thursdays. And it is with um Shanola Hampton. And if you're as old as me and Sunflower, Mark Paul, is it Gosler?
I think it's
Gosler?
Gosler.
Gosler, aka Zach from Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
Um,
That's how y'all know him. That's how we know him. That's what
right.
we still call him.
And I'm gonna just say that Zach is not Zach. The Zach is not the Saved by the Bell Zach. Zach ain't what we used to.
That's what we call
Zach
him, but that is not who he is, okay?
Zach is not Zach, okay? Zach is certified freaking crazy on this show. The man is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? I'm gonna just read the synopsis for y'all.
Very much stretching his acting abilities and his,
I mean,
bravado.
this
He
man
said,
is.
I will not be who you think I am, okay?
You talk about changing characters. Like we thought Denzel went from all
Could
his other
play
to
anybody.
against. Listen, so let me just read the synopsis. Okay, so recovery specialist Gabby Mosley, who is Shanola Hampton. Yeah,
I believe that's her, yeah.
I think that's her name. So recovery specialist Gabby Mosley and her team are dedicated to finding America's missing people forgotten by the media, law enforcement, and the public. They'll stop at nothing to solve these cases because for them it's personal. Every member of the team has firsthand experience with a mysterious disappearance, whether it was them or someone they love. But
Right.
Gabby's willingness to cross the line could be the very thing that brings her down because she's enlisted her own childhood kidnapper to help while keeping him locked in her basement. So I pretty much covered the first season. So I'm gonna
Okay,
just.
I did not get the whole okay.
What's your question, Sunflower? Or you want me to just break it down for you?
I just did not know that she had captured her own kidnapper and had him in the
Yes,
basement that first season.
yes,
I didn't watch the show,
yes.
y'all, so I didn't know that was a part of the synopsis. Like what? That's
So
this. I might watch this.
the first season alone, okay. So Gabby was kidnapped by Zach back when she was younger.
How I know he was the one that was the
I'm
kidnapper?
telling
I
you, the
mean,
man he crazy. So I think she was in high school when he kidnapped her, and
mhm.
it's almost makes you feel like he's like a predator, but I think he just overly became obsessed with how smart she was and how many things they had in common, and I think that's what
Mhm.
made him fall in love with her, but not in the. It's now that she's an
It's
adult, it's
not.
kind
It
of
didn't have
creepy.
anything to do with the age
Yeah, it
specifically.
wasn't. Yeah, no, it wasn't like that. But so he kidnapped her.
Mm.
He took it. Well, he was her teacher, and he taught literature, history, one of them. And I think he just wanted to protect her because her dad was an alcoholic. As a child, when you get comfortable with your teacher, you kind of
You
you
open
share
up.
things, you open up
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
share
yeah.
things. So he basically like felt like he had to protect her, so he kidnapped her. And
Wow.
he kidnapped her, held her of course held her hostage for I think it was like almost a year. And then he ended up kidnapping another little girl because he didn't want her to be by herself.
Not giving her company. I
Yeah.
kidnapped two of them because I didn't want you to be alone.
And so
Like, what?
Gabby became the big sister to the other little girl that he kidnapped. And long story short, she got away. Now she's an adult and she has her own like agency where it's her, the girl that he kidnapped, the other little girl he kidnapped, she
Mm-hmm.
works with her. And it's like all of them. It's one, Gabby, Dawn. It's six of them, I think. Five or
Mm-hmm.
six of them on in that work at this agency, and they all each
That's his
individually
team.
have their own. They're a team, but they all individually have their own stories as to like something traumatic happened to them. Like their computer guy, he does not leave his home.
Oh,
Like he is
he's just a home,
afraid
like
to walk outside.
the definition of a homebody for real.
No, but it's called something like he has.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
don't
like
want to.
there's a name for it. There's
Yeah,
been people
because he
who
opens
they
his
get
door, but
that from like a traumatic experience. So say
yeah,
like 9/11 or even
hmm,
COVID. It kind of
yeah.
brings this out of people.
Yeah, so like he does not leave, but he helps from home. Like
Right, right.
another lady, she analyzes the crime scenes. Like she
Mm,
can see like what possibly happened, or she picks up on clues as the people are talking. But as long as she's when she's in the space, she's picking up on things as they're talking. Like she can zoom in on something and figure out like what happened.
wow.
But she has her one of her I think her son went missing when he was like 10. So every day she would go to like the subway train station where he was last seen, and she's
Wow.
there hoping that he will return. She's done that for like the last two seasons until just recently.
Wow.
Um and
And
then
these are based off of like real people in real
yeah.
situations.
Mhm. Yeah, like the show. Like I said, I hope they don't get rid of it because it's just so good.
It's
Like,
so good.
and I know I know they can only. It's only so much that Zach and Gabby can do as far as playing cat and mouse. Like they're running from each other. Well, Gabby's running
Right.
from him because he's trying to get her. But
Right.
I know there's only so much they can do. But I just think this show is just so good. So
I
I don't
mean,
know.
and it sounds like something that there can be like different spin-offs on. There can be like this is a story that can continue because this happens to people like all the time.
Hmm. But I do like overall that they, even though they all have their own like traumatic situations, they are, the goal for them is to find missing people that the news doesn't want to cover, the police
Hmm.
don't give a damn about. Like they're
Right.
gonna go
There's
find
a lot of
those
cold cases
individuals.
out there.
Yeah, and they're gonna go find those people. Like a lot of you'll if you decide to watch it, you'll see that a lot of their clients come from just watching. Gabby and her team go make news reports about missing whoever's missing, and it's just like how the outcome is, so they go to them. So that's how they keep their business going, because a lot of people are just coming to them. I don't want to go to police because they're not listening to me. I know you're
Hmm.
find them. Like, so yeah, really
Yeah.
good show. Like, I mean, I'll be locked in.
Completely in the
Locked
pocket.
in.
Okay. Okay.
Locked in.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So what you watching?
Girl, talk about switching gears. My show is called Young, Famous, and African.
What does that come on?
That comes on Netflix.
I
It
thought,
is on
okay.
its third season, y'all.
Oh, I gotta watch.
Addicted. Okay? I am addicted. My entire family watches, well, not the entire family, but me, my mom, and my sister watch it. We do not miss a season. We watch season one, season two, season three just came out. We are in the middle of that season, and when I tell you these Negroes make you feel like they in America, in like New York or LA somewhere, you forget they in Africa until they start switching their languages. You be like, oh shit, I gotta read. Because they just switched their whole tongue up just now. Native tongue just came out, okay? It is so good. Like, so good. Like, I know y'all out here watching Baddies. I know y'all out here watching all the Housewives. And I do love the Housewives. Don't get me wrong. I watch me some Beverly Hills. Y'all know I love Beverly Hills. Y'all know I
Oh,
love Potomac. Y'all know I love Atlanta.
and I watch all of them. Beverly
Gotta know
Hills
them my
Potomac.
girls. Okay?
Yeah.
I got a new episode of Beverly Hills to watch today. Okay? But
Is that the one? Did I watch? I think I watched that one already. Wait,
you
what's
probably
today?
watched it. I
Sunday?
think it was for last week. It was last week. So I just haven't watched last
So
week's
you
yet.
didn't see the? So you is that when Kyle leaves Bo's house?
See, I don't think I saw that yet.
Okay, so that's the one you gotta watch. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I got stuff that I got the girls, but them. Woo, when I tell you, they got niggas doing nigga shit that I be like, damn, this is like worldwide nigga shit. Like, this is crazy. As a black woman, I be like, wow. You just think niggas in America fucking up. I mean, it's the audacity of some of these guys. I be like, whoa.
Not the audacity.
I be picking up all their little language. They be having me rolling. Okay, the accents be
I
accenting. I be
can't. I
loving
can't.
it.
I can't.
I love it. Every black woman should watch this. Okay, it makes you feel warm. There's something about it. You be like, yes, these my people for real. Like it is. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And I just want to say, if Swanky ever watches this, I love you. It's from the bottom of my heart. Okay.
Not the
The
plug.
flyest, the
Not the
best,
plug.
the
Not the
most
plug.
dramatic.
Not
And
the
I
plug.
mean, when he feeling away and he gotta be on camera, them glasses, them shades are shady. Okay, he not about to let you see his eyes. Them shades ain't they either gonna be super dark or they super reflective. You about to see yourself. Okay, I love it. It's amazing. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Okay, everybody should be watching the show. Honorary, I'm gonna leave that to next week because it's a whole other show on Netflix. I'm gonna give, you know what, honorary mention to Netflix. Shout out to Netflix because they kept it going. I was afraid, I was nervous. I loved the first season. We was like, damn, they ain't gonna bring this shit back. It's so good. They ain't gonna bring this back at all. But they brought it back. It's 3 seasons now, and they keep bringing it back. So I love it. Love to see it. It's so good, and it's something light and funny and like completely outside of your world to kind of bring you outside of your bullshit for a minute and to remind you that it ain't just you going through shit and it ain't just you dealing with shit and it ain't just shit you overthinking in your head. If you know Annie, all she do is overthink. That's her whole everything. So you be like, if you are an overthinker, you like, damn, at least I ain't Annie. Like, she talk herself out of shit. You be like, how you heard that? What? Like, that's not even what's happening right now. It's an amazing show. I would recommend everybody to go and give it a watch. All the episodes are up, and that's the other great thing
Yeah,
is that
I'm
everything
over
is
here
all
putting it on my watch list right now.
Girl, add it to your watch list. I got another one for next week already that I kind of want to talk about now, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm just putting in my notes because Netflix has been giving me the things that I need. Okay, I feel like Netflix is a network for real. Because I will mention how since we are in shows, the Oscar nominations are out. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know what it is. I've already talked about the fashion shows last week. I talked about how award season is coming. Y'all know y'all need to go and go and look them up. What's nominated? Watch it. Cause I'm about to watch it. I'm about to talk about it. It's gonna be on. Like the Oscars are coming, the Grammys are coming. Despite LA being on fire and raining, they said we coming anyway. So prepare because I'm definitely out here watching. And I look forward to talking about everything very, very soon. So that's it with the shows, girl.
All right.
Think we're gonna
Yeah,
go
I just
to
added that to my I had to
Yes,
add that
add
to
it
my
for sure.
watch.
It's so good. It's so good. And I'm gonna text you about the other one that I'm talking about next week because I want you to watch that too.
Okay.
By the time we talk about it, you can watch the whole first season. Like, it's so good. I was like, Netflix is out here. Stop on you hoes. What y'all got going? What you got to say about it? Hulu? Okay.
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing, girl. All right, we are gonna go to commercial. All right, next up is our topic. So this week we are going to be talking about why we think we are single. And why I say why you think we are single is because although you are a single person and you're out here and you're not tied to anyone romantically, that doesn't mean you're just like single out here in the world. It's not like you don't interact with others. The worst thing that we can do is think that we are single, whether we are in a relationship or out of a relationship. Out of a relationship, you think you're single, you end up kind of down a spiral and end up being like alone and really single. In a relationship, some people think, I'm not married, I'm single. You're single until you're married, right? And you be in a relationship and think it's just you in this relationship. The danger with that could be you feel like you can't go to anyone. You can't go to your community while you're in a relationship. The worst thing that I think, the worst advice that the generation just above us has given us is that Gen X and beyond has given us is that's not my business. That's none of your business. This is just, mind your business. It's, yes, they business. That's a couple's business. Don't ever get involved in a relationship's business. Which, there are boundaries. I understand the boundaries to that. But that is also how narcissists become narcissists. That is how that's their playing field. That's their playing grounds. Is that, that ain't none of their business. Keep our business ours. That is how they get to gaslight you. That is how they get to love bomb you. That is how they get to really infiltrate your emotions and kind of control them. Because in your head, you're like, this is my relationship. This is my business. I am single in this. I am alone in this. It's just me and this person, and no one else's opinion matters. And that's simply not true. It is simply untrue because it is those same people who you isolate that you end up needing to lean upon when things inevitably go left, especially when you're dealing with like a narcissist. So, we are going to talk about how being single is not truly being single in any aspect that you see singleness. So, what are your thoughts on that, Sunshine?
Um, I do agree with everything you said. But I think I'm gonna curve a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, because I believe you mentioned, yeah, where you said the worst thing we can do is go through relationship trouble alone.
Right,
Um, and that's kind of a twofold statement because you can go through your relationship troubles alone as far as being isolated from your friends and family due to whomever you've been with basically helping to isolate you from them. But
right.
you can also go through your relationship trouble alone when you're in the relationship with an individual who does not
Make you
want
feel like a
to,
partner.
right. They don't make you feel like a partner. We all go through things individually and together when we're in a relationship, but going through something individually and that person is not there. Um, like I said, it's a twofold. You can go through a lot of things by yourself, even when you're in a relationship and have no one to rely on within the
Right.
relationship. That narcissism and that gaslighting is a real thing. And I know people are so tired of hearing about gaslighting because it just became this word that everyone has to use now.
Yeah, it got like really, for lack of a better word, gentrified.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's like, there's levels to gaslighting, guys.
Yeah,
There's
for
levels to
sure.
it.
And I would say I didn't learn that I was gaslit
Hmm.
until I started going to therapy. After my
Right.
last real serious relationship,
Right.
once I started talking about the things
That's
that
the
I was
quotes
going
for the
through,
real.
man. Once I started talking about the things that I was going through and how I lost myself
Hmm.
within that relationship, I think that's when I was introduced to the word gaslighting. And I will say this, and I just had this conversation with this guy that I'm talking to. I just had this conversation with him yesterday. That this is like the longest I've been single.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
out of all my dating years.
And single in like every aspect.
Yeah.
Like not no situationships, no
Literally
little
nothing,
lingering, anything, like really
like
single.
really just single. No, I don't have nobody to call. Nothing. Just single. Like just me. So,
What did you say
um,
last week? Dry, child. It's a
dry.
dry January, child.
Dry, yes. So, and I mean, I could laugh about it now. At first, it was just like, dang, like, did I lose my mojo? Like, what the fuck?
What
What
I
is going on?
do?
Like, ain't nobody calling me. Like, what the fuck is going on? But
I get no text messages,
no
no
text, no nothing. Phone dry
DMs.
as hell. Like, ain't no text, no calls, no DMs, no, just dry. I'm like, hello, am I still breathing? Let me pinch myself. Hello, am I
And
still
see,
here?
I'm alive, right?
I can't tell y'all how many times I text Sunflower like, bitch, it's happening. I'm not
Got the
got
juice
it.
no more. I said,
I
what?
lost it. I'm just
Say you still got it, girl. You
gone. I
also
don't
ain't trying to
have
give it
it.
to who trying to give it to you. That ain't who we
That's
giving
another
it to
thing.
no
But
more.
I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get to that. But I will say this is the longest. Again, this is the longest I've been single with no nothing, just chilling.
No repercussions.
Um, and it has been a learning experience. I've learned so much about myself.
Mhm.
I think I mentioned this last week when we did our last episode that I've put myself first, which I hadn't done in years. I can't remember the last time I actually put myself first. Probably was in high school, honestly.
Again, in
Um,
every aspect of putting herself first as well.
yeah.
Like
So,
all levels.
I want to say I think that last relationship that I was in took a lot out of me.
Mhm.
Um, so having this downtime, and I hate to say downtime, like
Relationship.
having this downtime, and I hate to say downtime, like it's just so like ugh. But having this
Right.
time to just do
I
me,
won't say it's downtime as much as it is alone time. It's
yeah,
time
just
to
having this
yourself.
time to
To learn
myself,
yourself.
to exactly to learn myself, to actually hold conversation with the opposite sex without it leading to sex or
Hello,
yeah,
let's talk about it.
to actually hold an actual grown up conversation for hours, and I'm not talking about on the phone for hours, like I'm back
And
in high
like
school,
really be
but actually
satisfied with
have
that.
yes, actual satisfied, intelligent conversation that did not have to lead to let me send me some pictures, let me see, just conversation.
And to elaborate on that and bringing it back to the topic as well is that came with Sunshine being able to lean upon her community and being like, so this is normal, right? Like I should feel like this. This is not like I shouldn't feel weird that like we haven't like tried to go
Right.
there and be sexual.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, actually that's just like dating. You should be and it sounds crazy, but like you should be able to date without feeling like, oh my God, like I think I want to have sex. I think I need to have sex with this person or I'm going to lose this person. That is unfortunately I feel like how we felt a lot in our 20s
Mhm. Mhm.
and even most of our 30s.
Mhm.
And at the very end of our 30s here, we were like, I'm tired of that
Right.
actually.
Right.
I feel like my heart shouldn't be in my vagina. It should probably just be in my chest. That's kind of where, the biology puts it. So, and that's hard when you grow up with such sexualized programming,
Yeah.
to put it plainly. And
Yeah.
I mean that's part of why I do the, white girl music that, that has us questioning things, because as much as I joke about it, I'm a slave for you was hella damaging to not only our generation, but the generation right under us.
Mm-hmm.
My sister is 12 years under me. She's 12 years my junior. So it's like listening to I'm a Slave for You, and I mean, the way I was playing it was like she was listening to I'm a Slave for You, okay? That could have really like done her some damage. And it's like we praised Britney for that, for being like nasty. You feel me? And it's like as liberating as that may have been, it also went without a lot of explanation of how to keep that for yourself and to feel sexually liberated for you and not be a slave for you, meaning I'm a slave for some nigga. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that was the programming that we were dealing with, and it wasn't like I feel sexually liberated for myself and I feel sexually liberated within myself. That didn't come to like, at least for me, I don't think that came to like 35, 34, 35. It's like, oh, this is for me. This is not for nobody else. I'm supposed to keep this for myself
Right.
and only share it with people who like vibe with me. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
damn.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so, because we've been able to have those conversations openly, I think that is where now Sunshine's like, damn, I could talk to him and like, I ain't got to jump your bones. Like, it's not that I don't want to.
Right.
Trust me, y'all.
Right.
It's not that you don't want to.
But it's just having those conversations, and I'm also realizing like, and I think me it's so funny because the things that we're doing now, me and Sunflower have talked about, but we never stuck to it. Like, oh,
Oh,
I
no.
want to talk to somebody that's gonna stimulate my mind. He got to
Right.
be intelligent, and then we end
Right.
up with what? Like,
He cute. He fine. He sexy. Let me
that's
tell
it.
you what he did to me. It was very that.
And that's the end. That's just where the end of the conversation went.
It's very lower chakras. We did not go beyond the heart, okay?
No. So
It was
now,
heart and lower.
so
And
to
once he
answer,
got to the heart, he couldn't even handle it. So it was like, damn.
right.
Cause
So to
then what you have
answer,
after the heart? The throat. Niggas can't handle. Once we start talking, they like, bye. The
right.
fuck? Did she cuss me out? I gotta go.
So I'm sorry, y'all,
I'm
because
just saying.
it is so true. Because I would hit her up and be like, okay, this is how the conversation went, and she'd be like, bitch, it's because he
Because you
he
said
can't
X,
handle
Y, and Z.
he
And he
can't
didn't
handle
even
that.
want you to say X, Y, let alone get to Z.
Or she'll hit me up and be like, and I'm like, heifer,
Girl,
because
why you say that? And I'd be like, because that was the truth. Should I not have said the truth? And she's like, no. I'm like, damn. Like, it took literally, like, me to get on Instagram and realize, oh, bitches is lying to niggas.
yes,
Oh, that's how they get bags and apartments
yes,
and shit.
yes,
My ass
yes.
over here like, fuck this. I'm about to tell you the truth about yourself. They be like,
And it's
bitch,
funny
bye.
because I recently have started talking back to a friend of mine, and he mentioned how
Like that.
he mentioned how like back when we were talking, because he came
Right,
around in my early adult years, my early 20s.
right,
He mentioned that he just wished he was in a better space to have for our something could have blossomed if he was just in a better space. um
right.
but all the years that have transpired, growth, so I'm receiving all of this. And again, I probably wouldn't have received it if I haven't been in my singleness. I probably wouldn't
Right.
have received it as well as I did, to
Right.
have an open dialogue about this, about, all the things.
Everything.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I will say I have learned a lot about myself. I
Mm-hmm.
learned a lot about relationships, platonic and non-platonic.
Right.
Um, I will say, and if you're probably in your early 20s, you're probably not going to listen to this, but take the time, like, because see, back in the day, I'm putting myself out there. Back in the day, I had them lined up. You know what I'm saying? Like, when one was
Ooh.
messing up, I was on the search for the next one. So when I got done with that one, I already had. It wasn't no breaks. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no break in between. So, now that I'm a little older, a little mature, taking this time to
Yes. To learn yourself.
learn
Love yourself.
myself, love myself, put
Yes.
myself first,
Yes.
pick and, actually get to know the person, not get to know them while I'm in a relationship with them, because that's fucking stupid. Um,
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay? Because when you watch Young, Famous in Africa season 3, you're going to learn that's a mistake. Okay? And he got married to the. La-
yeah.
Don't wait till you get married to have serious conversations about
Oh,
boundaries.
yeah,
Okay?
no. And something else just happened. And I'm like, why is this a topic now and y'all married? Like, y'all should have had this conversation.
And I find that is very common. As I'm a guy's girl for the most part, so I have male clients, and I find that there are certain males over the age of 35 who felt like I needed to get married because I was getting close to that 40, and then when they do, they realize, oh, I kind of don't know her. Or she was showing me somebody that she ain't being right now. And they get caught up in this, rat race that you don't really know who you're with. And now you got to learn how to love this person. So really take your time to get to know somebody. I remember my mom said we needed to told me and my sister, I want to say maybe 12, 13 years ago, y'all need to take a year to get to know somebody before you decide to be with them. And I thought she was crazy
Oh, that's true.
until
That's true.
about 2018. I said, my daughter was here by now. I said, I am going to take a year to get to know this man. And I took that year and I said, 4 seasons will change y'all for real. We met just before the new year and we started dating in January. And my birthday is the second quarter. Okay. By the second quarter I knew a lot. By the fourth quarter I knew everything I needed to know. Okay. So definitely take your time before you get to know
Mm-hmm.
somebody. And that was actually back then, because we've done a jump, whether you like to know, realize it or not, y'all. We've made a major jump after 2020, specifically 2021. So a year isn't even enough time anymore. You need
No.
to know somebody really well for like at least a year and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
You need to pass that year and then get a little over that, little 3, maybe 6 months over that, and then really evaluate, do I want to be with this person? Do I really like this person? Do I like this person? Are
Yeah,
we
because
going in a direction that is going to
yeah.
marry each other, whether you're getting married or not, whether this direction is going to marry and flow well, or are we going in completely opposite directions?
Mm-hmm.
Trust yourself, trust your gut. You are not in this alone. Use your community. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
have money for a therapist, if you don't have money for a life coach, if you don't have, use YouTube, use videos like this, use your sources, use your friends, ask questions. Don't be afraid to put people in your relationship because they are watching you from the inside out. Your closest friends likely are your closest friends because they know you well.
Mm-hmm.
They know who you're, let me tell you something. You know that friend that don't like no fucking body. You know who that is. You know who that is. You know that one friend that don't like none of your ex-boyfriends because she fucking told you at the beginning of the relationship, or he told you at the beginning of the relationship, that bitch ain't shit, that nigga ain't shit. She raising her hand because it's her. Okay? Every nigga that Sunshine has not liked has been somebody that I broke up with, okay? Everyone. I've been like, God damn, she don't like you. How am I gonna get over that? I can't get over that. And then like people be like, well, she your friend, she don't matter. I'm like, no, because if she don't like you, it's like okay, here's what I need y'all to understand. Your closest friends are an extension of yourself. So if one of them don't like your partner, that is a part of you that don't like that motherfucker. And it's that part that's gonna argue with that nigga the most. And let me tell you, when Sunshine don't like nobody, I'm about to have the biggest problem with this Negro. And it happens every time. Now when Sunshine likes somebody, that nigga don't never want to stay. That'd be the other thing.
It's just this. It's the same.
Cause it's like
Soon
so
as
faded and it's so perfect that they get scared
I'm
to say
like, where'd you go? Hello, where I'm at? Where'd you go?
it.
I don't know where you. Hello,
I'm
I'm
like, God,
back.
I ain't talked to that man in
I'm
months.
back.
They be perfect and they be like, girl, this is a lot of energy. I
Go.
cannot.
I don't understand. Where'd you go? Please come back. Please.
She be so mad. It be so funny.
Like what?
Damn. He disappeared.
I don't know what. What?
That legit has happened to the same person twice. That was the funny part. It was the same Negro. I said, man, this man can't stay still. But nothing, girl. He disappeared. I don't know where he at. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Actually, it was like 3 times. One time he had pneumonia. Then he came back and he disappeared again. I said, wow.
and it's so crazy because if he would just sit down, stay still, and
Be like,
literally
oh,
just
I
sit,
don't have to do all of this, actually.
just sit
It's supposed to
down,
be a partnership, actually.
just sit down, stay still,
Oh, yeah. I be thinking this. I be like, this is
open your
hilarious.
ears,
Yes, that's the
and
one.
take it all in. Just sit down,
Oh, so scared, so nervous, so
stay
scared.
still, open your ear, and just take it all in. Everything will be all right.
It'll be all right. It'll be all
It
right.
was just,
We'll be in a house in Colorado right now, but no. But
but I
look
told
at
her
you.
it's going he gonna be back.
We gonna see. We gonna see. Cause she believe it. I'll be like, hey, the line is currently the line is open. We shall see.
He
But
gonna be
yeah,
back.
y'all lean on your community. You definitely have to lean into your community. And if you don't have an emotionally safe space, you have to go within and create one. Figure out who are your people. Get rid of the people who aren't. If you don't feel emotionally safe around your friends, guess what? They're not your damn
Then
friends.
that's not your friends. They are not
Hard
your
to
friends.
tell you, those aren't your
They're not
friends.
your friends.
You need to go, and if you don't feel emotionally safe around anybody, you have no friends. You need to figure out what is it that is making you afraid to open up to people.
Right. Mm-hmm.
What is it that is making you feel, because that is a part of being single. That's a part of why you can't communicate with in a relationship, because you can't communicate with a friend, because who you're with should be your friend first.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't be friends with people, you likely are not going to be in a relationship with anybody very successfully.
Yeah, but I'm also battling within myself about that.
Okay.
Because I can talk to my friends about why the sky is
Anything.
blue.
Right.
But when it comes to being open and direct with someone that I'm interested in,
Hmm.
yeah,
It's not happening.
I'm a
But see,
good listener.
that's
I
the
could listen
thing
to him talk about everything under the sun. I
under
can
the sun.
advise.
But
I
you're
can,
not opening up to this
but I'm not
person.
opening up. And it's not that I've been
And
hearing this.
that is a chemistry thing, babe.
I don't
Because
necessarily think it's
as far as
chemistry
like
though.
friendship chemistry,
Oh, okay.
look, they
Oh
got married.
Lord,
They
almost
said,
kicked the
girl,
dang thing out the
don't tell the
thing.
people that. Don't tell them that. Stop talking. Why you always trying to help people? What is wrong with you? Shut the fuck up. Woo! And because you know why? Let me tell y'all why that happened just now. Because this particular person that she talk about do not want me. I feel like there's gonna be a time where he gonna be like, you talking to that sunflower. Because every time you talk to her, I feel like we have an argument. I feel like every time you talk to her, she reminds you of something about yourself.
We're
And
not
she'd be
talking about
like,
the
stop
bottle, right?
lying. Huh?
We're not talking
No,
about
we
the
ain't talking
bottle.
about the
Okay.
bottle.
Okay, just go ahead.
It's 7 all day. Okay, we're talking about 7 all day.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and I just feel like it's gonna be like, damn, she a problem. And it's because as much as we like this gentleman, and as much as he is a gentleman, there are some personality traits that are like, hey, it's 2025, and there's a lot of things that are happening that I don't think you're understanding that is gonna go on beyond now and forever. And if you think it's bad now, what are you gonna do in the future, sir? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I do believe that because you don't feel as open to that, it's a chemistry thing as much as like the friendship chemistry is like you guys. There's not an open door there. There's not like I can tell you things. Oh, it's not. We listen and we don't judge. It ain't that.
And it's funny because he mentioned how the door doesn't seem to be open.
It's not. The door is closed as hell. Look at that. Look at how I be putting stuff together. I be knowing. Girl, the door is
But the
closed.
bottle also mentioned it too.
The bottle is a different story. Okay? The bottle has a history that is very cloudy. Okay? And
Well, he do
that.
smoke.
Okay? And we were definitely up in the air with it. Okay. So that's why that's completely different. Because if let's say the bottle had the same story as Seven All Day, the bottle would be so much further in life right now. Like y'all would be together. Like it would be just so different.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway,
His
why?
story was
Yes,
just
this
different.
that's enough. That's enough about me. This is enough. This is spilling too much of my whiskey. Okay, just too much of my whiskey. I don't want to. I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to continue to talk about this.
Hypothetically. Okay, guys.
It's too much whiskey being spilled in Sunshine area. Let me just drive on over to Sunflower
Reel it
because
back in. It's supposed to be a dry January,
yeah,
okay?
it's dry. It's just too much whiskey over here. Like I'm gonna need you to. Now you got me looking at the cards because I'm just like, she just telling all of
Now
the
she got me
business.
feeling the
Lord
ways.
Jesus,
It's
let me
a
find out what's
lot.
going on. But
All right, so we are gonna wrap up the topic with that.
yes, let's
We are
do that.
gonna end it with this: become a friend before you become a girlfriend
Or boyfriend.
or boyfriend or
Oh, I also
whatever.
wanted to add, Sunflower did mention if you don't, if you feel like you don't have a community that you want to go to, I want to open up our email to you.
Yes.
Please feel free to reach out to us. She's a life coach. I don't mind advising. I'm not certified or anything, but I don't mind advising. I will treat you like you're one of my greatest friends and you come to me for
Yes.
advice. So by all means, I don't want you to feel like you just don't have no one to turn to.
Right.
We are
I
here.
agree.
We are here. So our email is open. Our email is open and we can discuss and go from there.
It'll be in the description below. All of our email, all of our information, our website, everything. It'll be in the description below. You can reach out to us at any time. You can DM us at any time.
Yeah, just anytime. And I'll be sure to make sure that we do have our Instagram for the podcast, but we also have our individual pages for the podcast. My page is
Mhm.
private because I wanted to talk about that too. Because we talked about social media in real life last episode,
Mhm.
and how, be careful about what you liking and stuff. And that's
Right.
another reason why I keep my page private. It helps me to control the energy that I allow to follow me. So,
Absolutely.
um, but yeah, I'll make sure that my personal IG is listed as well. And we'll make sure Sunflowers is listed as well, just in case you want to reach out to us individually or collectively, whatever. Um, but yeah, we'll make sure. I just wanted to let you know, I want us to let our community know that
Mhm.
we're here to help with whatever you might want to talk about to help you get
Yeah.
through your singleness. Because it's not as bad as it seems. It's really not.
It's not. It's not. It really is. It really can be beautiful. It really can be a great time. And it's something that you need to practice because, like I tell a lot of my clients who, especially the ones who I do readings for, and they always want to love reading. Like, I noticed that I've had like 3 or 4 readings with you, and every reading is a love reading. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. But my very,
I need to do one too.
yes, ma'am. But my advice to them usually, when they just feel like, like where is he? Where is she? What's going on? Is I understand that you want a partner, but it's likely not coming because of this desperation that you're
Mm-hmm.
exuding.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to and spirit is so, y'all ancestors and stuff do not be nice. I need you to know the other side is a very dark place. So they are very serious. And I be trying to sugarcoat a little bit and try to like give it to y'all the best way I can. But bluntly, their main answer is what are you gonna do when you find the love of your life and they die? What are you gonna do? You have to
It's
learn
just
how to
that's
be by
real.
yourself.
That's real life.
So if you're not okay with being by yourself and you're not okay with just having this person as a real life asset to your life,
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
something you need, but an asset to your life, and you feel like you need a partner, then you're not gonna get it. And if you do, you're not gonna get what you want out of it. You're gonna get you're gonna feel desperate in it. You're gonna feel like this person desperately needs you and you desperately need them. Because that's what you're putting out there. So learn how to be by yourself. Learn how to operate by yourself because this person should absolutely be an asset to your life. Even if they are a provider, it should still be an asset and a bonus and a love
Mm-hmm.
that you appreciate having because you really need to learn how to be by ourselves. Like, as much as you need community, you also need to learn how to be okay with being
Right.
just you.
Yeah.
And we will end it with that.
All right. Commercial.
All right, guys, and we are back with our tarot and oracle portion. Y'all know y'all ready for them cards. Now y'all been waiting for them cards the whole episode, and we
Right.
are ready to give it to you. Sunshine is gonna go first with her oracle deck.
Mm-hmm. And again, I'm pulling from the realist oracle. I'm gonna shuffle again because some people like you wasn't shuffling when y'all was on, so how we know? You know how people get. You know how people get.
That is
You know
very
how people
true.
get. You know how people get. Let me just go ahead and shuffle again because I
What
don't
are
want no
those
smoke.
pre? How do we know those weren't pre-selected?
Exactly. So I don't want to hear nothing. So let me just do it again. I don't want nobody in the comments talking shit.
Put my people in the back. That is hilarious. That is so true, though. Oh, not 3 cards coming out. All right.
Mm-hmm. See? All right, come on, y'all. What's the message? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. One flipped over already.
Look, what y'all been doing out there?
I'm gonna just the one that flipped over is the one I'm gonna give it to y'all. That's the one that flipped over, and she say all is fair. I don't know what that mean, y'all. All is fair, and it's a judge.
Oh, that is oh, that is very
So,
justice card. So very Libra
very.
energy.
That's what I thought. It's giving justice, and
Very Libra.
oh, her book says yes, a Libra scale, and the book says law of attraction.
Yes. Okay. And what does the card say?
All is fair.
All is fair. Okay. And it's an 11 card, which is also justice. The justice card is the 11th card. So, okay.
So it's
Balance.
giving very, yeah, very Libra
Very balanced.
scare, law of attraction. So the element for this card is air. Restorative justice, contracts, legal matters, balance is necessary. Be generous and make honest and fair assessments about yourself in situations that seem ever so slightly off. If you
Okay.
don't, the balance will be restored naturally and you may not always like the outcome. If you are worried about a fair outcome, this is a sign that all will work out in your favor.
Yes. Yes. Take that in, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's yes. Take that in. We are in the sign of Aquarius, which is an air sign right now. So we definitely are we're floating. You have to learn how to float.
So that is the message from the realist oracle deck. Sunflower is going to do past, present, future, and advice.
Girl, I was trying to. They gave me 5 cards, so we got past, present, future, advice, and a little extra.
All right. Well,
Oh goodness.
mm,
So here we go. Um, my first card is the strength card in reverse.
in reverse.
So that is a faded card. Strength in its upright position. It tells us that we are strong, we are here, we are balanced usually. We are ready to go through the gate to the next level. Um in its reverse position, it's really telling me that it's time to kind of stop and evaluate before you go to the next step. You want to stop and think it through, stop and make sure that you know exactly what the next steps are. That's our past energy, and our present energy is the Empress card. Another
Okay.
there we go, here we go, where we are, here we go. Another um major arcana, another faded card. The Empress is really telling us that we need to step into our big Empress energy. That is whether you are male or female, you need to make sure that you are evaluating every single side. So exactly like that strength card in reverse. She wants you to look at all sides. Make sure that you're thinking, is this big mama saying, hey, you need to stop.
Mm.
Make sure that you're doing everything you need to do before you just go 10 miles an hour, 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles. You're speeding along each and every day. And you're like, I'm getting the hang of this. It's about to be 100 miles per hour in a minute. It's like, yeah, also there's a wall up there. So what are you going to do with that? Like, did you evaluate there's a wall? Do you see you have to curve? Like, there is things that you need to really get in order before you just shoot out and do things, which makes sense. We're at the top of the year, right? So a lot of people have their New Year's resolutions and they're ready to, go straight out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Although, the Gregorian calendar says that we've started a new year, I- we also have the Chinese New Year that starts on the 29th of this month. We also have the astrological New Year that starts in spring. So really evaluate where you are right now. Don't go by, the masses saying this is a new year, new me, I got to do new things. Evaluate where you are and make sure that that's something that you need to do. We also have the King of Wands next in reverse. The King of Wands is usually us speeding toward that new project, that new thing. Again, it's in reverse. So it's telling us, slow down, hold on, just wait a minute. It is not delay in order to like distraction and distractions in order to like make you frustrated. It is a delay for protection. It feels like, we want you to take a beat before you move forward. We have the Chariot card next, which is telling you that they are moving forward. This is our past card. This is our advice card. That you're going to be moving forward. The advice is you have to move forward. You have forward movement. But notice she's moving forward in like a chariot or like it's a car. This is like you see she's on a bike. It's
Mm-hmm.
like you're going to be moving forward, but it's not going to be as quickly as you think it is. You need to understand that this has to happen gradually. This isn't going to happen in your timing. This is going to happen in divine timing, and that usually is not in the timing that you want. Most of our timing is Instagram timing. It is like I planted a seed and I want to see tomatoes tomorrow, okay? Like, what are we doing? And that's just not how things work. Our bonus card is the Three of Cups, another card that is talking about forward movement and look, celebration. This is you celebrating. You're going to be celebrating. This feels like something that is going to happen in our near future. But again, it's not going to happen in the timing in which you want. It's not going to happen in the timing in which you like, but it's absolutely going to happen. But it's also not going to happen in which way you think it's going to happen. You
Mm.
have to release and let go of your expectations. And that is what, this kind of energy is moving us toward and moving us forward. It's that resurrection. Like I said, the year of the resurrection. So this is moving forward in a way that is absolutely new and kind of uncomfortable sometimes. It's kind of like, I know I got to do this. I know I asked for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other thing. I know I asked for this. I know that this is something that I requested and I brought
Again, I
upon
know I
myself.
asked for this.
From the big Empress energy. I asked for this. I literally manifested this. But now I kind of got to slow up because it might
Just a
not
little
happen the
bit.
way that I want it to happen. It might happen in a different way. But it's in the works. Let's pull from our magical spirit oracle.
Oh.
Alright, it's super pretty. It's one of my favorite artists that I like discovered on Instagram. So shout out to Instagram for showing me art that I like. And then I found out she created some oracle cards, and I was like, say what now? I could get that in the oracle deck? Shut your face. Take my money. So I'm gonna get some advice from there. The Forbidden Forest. Oh my god, I was really feeling like forest energy, like forest fairies. So you are so brave to keep on going the way you do. The Forbidden Forest, bravery, persistence, redemption, and it's the 35 card. So you're
Ooh.
you're hella
All
brave
right.
for doing all the things that you're doing right now. You're constantly going. Although that you have the King of Wands in reverse, your strength isn't all the way up. Your strength is in reverse. You're feeling a little weak. You're feeling a little tired. But they're on your side. You're in the forbidden forest. You're attacking all the things that you need to attack, and they just want you to be persistent. You must be persistent. Consistency is key. That is why Sunshine and I are even up here, because consistency is key. And we are being persistent. So this is again not just for you, it is for us. And that redemption, I want to remind you that again, this is the year of resurrection. So that redemption does not mean that you're just going to be resurrected for nothing. You're going to be resurrected, and it's going to be for redemption. It's going to be so you can win. You just have to make sure that you are doing the work. You have the emotional capacity to handle the things that you're not handling. And that is key. That is what they said. They said, oh, for those of you out there who are like, what is doing the work? People keep saying, I need to do the work. I need to do the work. What is the work? The work means that you are able to handle the emotional capacity of what is to come, of the things, the little things that are coming. You not crashing the fuck out over stupid shit. That is you doing the work. If you are crashing out over things that are so simple and so little, then you are not doing the work. Don't say you're doing the work and because you can't find your lipstick, you're ready to fucking punch somebody in the face. That is not you doing the work, honey. That is you absolutely ready to crash out. That means anything can send you over. They really want to emphasize that. A lot of you are saying you've done the work. You're doing the work. And you are ready to hop out during traffic.
Right.
You can't handle driving from here to the bank. So why would they put money in the bank?
Yeah, doing the work is actually what it is. What it says, you have to do the work. Nothing's going to be handed to you.
Nothing. And it's not the work you think it is. It's not you doing social media analyzing. That's not the work.
But it goes back to what we were talking about when we said, embracing being single.
Mm-hmm.
You can say, "Oh, I want." I mean, I literally talked about it when I said, "Oh, I want somebody that's intellectual and can stimulate my mind," and didn't do none of the work and ended up with the same type of ninjas back to back.
Back to back. It was like,
So
what happened?
I said, "I want it."
Like,
I
don't be
said I
listening to
want
me.
it, right,
Don't be
and
listening to
and
me.
and then put narrow work into nothing, and yeah, so nothing's gonna get handed to you. So you
Ooh,
gotta.
it just came through. Y'all gonna be mad at me.
I'm gonna let her
Don't
say
shoot the
what she
messenger
say.
yet.
I'm gonna let her say what she say, and then I'm gonna end us because then we'll be here for another 2 hours. Because when
Yeah, let
she
me
get on a
pull something.
tangent, it be
Let me pull something. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Some people, I'm gonna show y'all what they pulled when I pulled out. Some people say y'all got your head in the clouds. Okay.
not a cloud. Since she had, because I pulled out a
That
card
song
earlier.
ain't about you. That song
Oh,
wasn't about you.
she throwing shots.
They say ground yourself. You know you know what I'm talking about. Ground yourself, please. And this little flamingo, don't take your ass back to wherever you saw this flamingo last. Don't take your ass back there.
And so because I had pulled this card out earlier while Sunflower was giving us our past, present, and future and some bonuses. And this is from my I Am Heard Oracle deck. And I pulled out Bianca.
Mm.
And Bianca is basically says you're about to give up on something when you're almost at the finish line. So I'm saying all that to say continue to do the work that you're do the work. She also says keep going, queen. Giving up is not an option. So I know a lot of
Gotta do the
y'all,
work.
I feel like a lot of y'all are already doing the work, but you're just so flustered with nothing being, you're not seeing the fringe benefits that you're looking for. That
Right.
doesn't mean it's not going to come. So,
Ooh, and also, oh, they added that the work don't stop
oh yeah,
either.
no, you can't. No, mm-mm.
So a
It's
lot of
a
y'all saying, but I've
continuous.
done the work.
No, but you
You've
stopped.
done that part of work.
But you stopped.
You stopped
But you
because you
stopped.
thought the work was just done.
No, no, sir, no, ma'am. It's a
Like I told my
continuous.
last client, the work ends when you die.
It's continuous. It's for life.
It's continuous. You will always be tried. Every time you think you got over something, they will try you again to
Yeah,
make sure you got it. Are you sure? Are you standing on 10 toes down? Because, I mean, can I shift you? Can I shake you? Yeah, I
that's all
mean,
we
that's
got.
it.
That's
That's all
it.
we got.
That's all we got.
I mean, we could put more, but let's not do that. We not gonna put you. Because they also said the work ain't just therapy. So, like,
That's it. That's all we got.
bye,
Because
y'all.
Sunflower Bee didn't win. We've been still be here for another 2 hours, and y'all be like, okay, when is the episode gonna end? Yeah, all of the info gonna be in the comments. In the
Absolutely.
description. We'll see y'all next episode.
Oh, because that's what keep going. Oh.